Hi there, welcome. So this is a pretty long video, so feel free to increase the speed a little bit. First of all, I'm sorry that you're here, because if you're here, it probably means that you did a Google or YouTube search for something super depressing and perhaps morbid when you clicked on my video. So you're probably not feeling the best right now. And I want to say I'm sorry, and I know exactly how you feel. I've suffered with depression for more than half of my life. I'm here to help you and give you some tips, whether or not you're on antidepressants currently or not interested in taking them. These tips will help with antidepressants, or if you decide to go completely natural and not use antidepressants. Either way, if you take these tips, you will be feeling better. I know that the hardest step is just making that effort, but I promise you, if you make that little bit of effort, you're gonna feel so happy. Once again, I promise you there is happiness in the future for you, but you do have to take that first step, which is the hardest, I know. The most frustrating thing about depression is people might disregard the way that you're feeling because you're not currently suffering through any trauma, which is ridiculous, because the reality is it doesn't matter if everything is going perfectly well with life at the moment. If your chemicals are off in your brain, you're going to be feeling shitty regardless of every wonderful thing that's happening around you, and vice versa. If your chemicals are really great and they're all balanced, it doesn't matter what kind of shitstorm is brewing around you, you're going to be able to work through it and see them as challenges that are going to help you get ahead in life. You're not going to see them as things that are holding you back. So having your chemicals balanced means that you're just going to have a better outlook on life, and those little things aren't going to bring you down anymore. These tips aren't in any specific order, but one of the most important ones I want you to do is go out tonight or tomorrow morning and get vitamin D3 and vitamin B12. These vitamins will transform the way that you feel without having to change any other big things in your life. So this is a relatively easy one, but it's going to make a huge difference. Vitamin D is going to make you feel so much happier. You don't realize that, especially in winter months, everybody feels a little bit more down. You need that sunshine. You need that vitamin D to lift your spirits. I promise it'll make a big difference. And vitamin B12 will make a huge difference in that it's going to make you feel a lot more energetic. I didn't realize that I was lacking in both of those vitamins because of my diet for so many years, and that may have been contributing to my depression crazy insane amount. I noticed that, like, if I'm feeling lethargic, then I feel depressed, and it's as simple as that. Like, just not having energy to accomplish the things you need to accomplish in the day can definitely just drag you down, make you have a hard time getting out of bed, make you want to sleep more hours. So vitamin B12 is going to definitely give you the energy that you need, that's going to get you motivated to go to the gym or whatever other things you might need to do. Vitamin B12 works so well on me that I actually have to take it in the morning, because if I take it even in the middle of the day, I'll have a hard time sleeping at night. The next suggestion I have is, while you're already at the grocery store picking up those vitamins, is to get Johnswort. It's a little herbal tincture. You can get it in dropper form. I'm not sure if you can get it as a loose leaf or capsule as well, but I recommend just the dropper. You can put it in your tea or your water in the morning. Just a little bit of a drop of it goes a long way. It actually works as a natural antidepressant. It's been proven in clinical studies to be just as effective as antidepressants. With that said, if you do take it every day, when you decide to stop taking it, if you ever do, you have to gradually taper off of it, just as you would an antidepressant. But this is like $13. You don't need a prescription, you don't need to see a doctor, and it works wonders on enhancing your mood and just balancing out your brain chemistry. But with that said, consult with your doctor if you're on any medication, because I know that it can interfere with certain heart medications, I believe, and also it will absolutely interfere with your birth control if you are a woman. So don't get pregnant. That's definitely not what you need if you're already depressed, so be really careful with that. Okay, my next tip is probably gonna throw you off, and you're probably gonna turn off this video because you're gonna be like, I hear this all the time, but it is the most important thing you can do for yourself, and it is exercise, especially cardio. It gives you these endorphins that are like the best drug that life has to offer. If you can get yourself to get moving like 3 days in a row, you'll become addicted to it. And now I just treat working out as if it's like brushing my teeth. It's something that I'm going to do every single day, regardless, rain, shine, no matter what happens. It's just part of my morning routine is working out. And I have to do it in the morning, because if you wait until the middle of the day or you wait until the afternoon, you're probably not going to do it. And also, when you do it in the morning, you just push it out, get it done with for your day, and you're happy all day long. Those endorphins will follow you until you go to bed at night. So work out in the morning. I know that when you're depressed, like, you just want to curl in bed with the shades drawn and listen to depressing music, but you have to trust me on this and get up and go work out, especially like cardio. Even if it's just a run around your neighborhood, it doesn't matter how overweight you are, we all have to start somewhere. I honestly don't even work out with the intention of my body changing at all. Like, I feel like my whole life, that's why I could never stay with exercise. I would go through phases where I would work out really hard for a couple months, and then I would get off the bandwagon, binge eat, and not hit the gym for once in 6 months. And that was because I was not seeing results in my body, because I was working out because I want to get skinny or tone up. But you have to work out because of your mental health and the way that it makes you feel, and for those endorphins. Who cares about your body? Okay, next tip, get off social media. Delete all the social media apps from your phone, all of them. You don't have to delete your pictures, you don't have to delete your account, just delete the apps from your phone, and don't go on them on your computer. Like, you just have to do it. Constantly comparing yourself to other people and seeing people always in their best light is really freaking depressing for anybody. I'm sure even supermodels feel that way. So delete your social media apps from your phone. My next step is to establish a routine that like involves some me time in it. So what I recommend is going to bed a little bit early and waking up an hour early, and just no looking at your phone. You should have already deleted your social media from your phone anyways. No checking your work emails, no worrying about work. You have a whole hour before your normal day has even normally started to have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, sit by a window, write down in a book like 3 things you're grateful for. Think about really positive things and just organize your thoughts nice and slowly for the day. Take your time getting ready for the day, but just give yourself some me time in the morning by waking up an extra hour early. And if you have kids or a noisy house, tell your kids, like, this is mommy time. Nobody's gonna bother me from 6 to 7 in the morning, okay? Or if you have a noisy house, maybe go for a walk for an hour in the morning, whatever. But just like, don't talk to anybody, just wake up nice and slowly. I feel like people always wake up to their alarm and then they're just drinking their coffee, running out the door, and they don't have the time to really just slowly ease into the day and prepare themselves for what they have to do for the day. My next tip is to put a little bit more effort in the way that you look. So with that extra hour in the morning, you can spend a few extra minutes styling your hair a certain way that you like, or putting on more makeup, or creating a new skin routine, whatever it is. Maybe putting more effort into picking out an outfit, but like, put a little bit more effort into the way you look. I noticed that like when I go like a week without wearing any makeup at all, I just always feel kind of like blah, and then when I'll put makeup on, I'll be like, oh, I feel good about myself today, I'm gonna go run errands and feel cute while I run errands. But put a little bit more effort into the way that you look. Okay, this one is also very crucial in feeling better. If you're drinking alcohol at all, you need to abandon alcohol until you are back at until you're back at feeling mentally stable again. Alcohol fucks with your brain chemistry so badly. I never even realized it until I gave it up. Just like on New Year's one year, I decided to go a month without drinking alcohol, and that was my first time being sober for like more than a week at a time since I was like 16. I don't know, since I was young. And I loved the feeling so much and noticed such a difference in my mood that I prolonged it to 3 months and then prolonged it to 6 months. Now I drink again. I save my drinking though for weddings or birthdays, special occasions. I don't just drink on a Friday night or Saturday night just because it's the weekend, and I damn well do not drink during the week just for the hell of it. Alcohol is like the worst for if you have depression. It should be completely not allowed. It will perpetuate the cycle of your depression. You'll feel more depressed because you're drinking, so then you'll drink more. Also, it creates feelings of depression and guilt at least for me, for no reason at all. Like, I'll wake up and feel so guilty and so ashamed whenever I'm hungover, but I have no idea why, because I didn't even do anything embarrassing. It's just like an emotion that comes with being hungover. Also, my anxiety is through the roof when I'm hungover. I've had friends and family drive me to the hospital numerous times because I thought I was dying, because I was having such bad panic attacks. I get shaky now. As I've gotten older, my hangovers have become less of a nauseating, like feeling like I'm gonna throw up. Now that I'm in my late 20s, my hangovers are me shaky, me anxious, me having panic attacks because I think I'm gonna die. So give up alcohol. You might not realize how bad it is having. You might not realize yet, but you soon will after being sober for a while, the negative effects that it's having on your mood. Next tip, listen to upbeat music. Don't give yourself a chance to feel depressed. Start the day with happy, upbeat music. If you're laying in your room, sitting on social media, listening to Billie Eilish or Eilish or however you say her last name, which, by the way, she's beautiful. Her voice is amazing. Her music is amazing. But I know if I'm depressed and I listen to that, it's going to bring my mood further down. And again, perpetuate that cycle of depression. So listen to really happy, upbeat music, stuff that makes you happy when you're cleaning the dishes, you're cleaning your house, or whatever you're doing your makeup. Just when you wake up in the morning, start your day in a good mood by listening to good, upbeat music. Next tip, don't oversleep. It's hard to do when you're depressed, because when I'm depressed, I'll sleep 12 or 14 hours, and then I'll probably need to take a nap throughout the middle of the day. It's insane how much I can sleep when I'm depressed, but don't do it. Oversleeping actually is another thing that's going to perpetuate your depression. For some reason, when I take a nap when I'm depressed, I wake up, I'm just more depressed to have waken up and still be alive. So just don't oversleep. Try to only sleep 8, maybe 10 hours max. I know you need a little bit more sleep when you're depressed, but really oversleeping can actually play on your brain chemistry and make you more depressed. So don't oversleep. Take that B12 and you won't be needing as much sleep anyways. My next tip is to forgive. If something is bothering you from the past, you have to find a way to let it go. Let the past stay in the past. Start looking and being hopeful for the future. If someone has wronged you, no matter how big or small, my best tip is something that my mom taught me when I was a teenager, and I still use it to this day. I sit down and I write the person a letter. No matter what they did to me, I just vent and let it all out, and I just tell them everything. I write very detailed about how it made me feel, and I write it as if I'm going to give it to them and I want to tell them everything. And then I fold it up and I put it in a drawer, throw it away, but I usually put it in a drawer. Don't throw it away, because you want to keep it there. I don't know why. It just makes a difference to keep it as if you're going to give it to them, but do not give them the letter. That's just going to cause confrontation, which is going to make you heated and going to make things a lot worse. Let it be. You'll feel like you got something off of your chest, as if you confronted the person without having to deal with all the confrontation.